Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I am really excited to have from Intermountain Airstream in our studio. We've got Dmitry Surovsky and also Casey Swartz and Sorokovsky. I said that wrong. Welcome, gentlemen, both of you to the show. I'm thrilled to have you guys here.
Thanks for having me.
It's about time Airstream got to Utah. What has been going on?
Well,
it's a long time in coming.
It's been a couple of years. Airstream pulled out. There wasn't much of a demand in the market. Airstream started to see it, so we came in and decided to help out the area and provide the Airstream lifestyle.
Indeed you have. It's a good thing to have you back because, you know, there's something about, I think, the Airstream trailer itself that harkens to a much, well, it harkens to the American dream time, I think, really.
well, it's a true American icon. Back in the 1930s, when Art Deco was blooming in the United States, this is a truly implementation of Art Deco in trailer design. And it's a truly iconic brand that survived since 1930s.
Well, you know, my grandfather used to tell me that the only thing he wanted to do in the world was have an Airstream on some mountainside somewhere and be a sheep herder. And it sounds like a pretty decent lifestyle, to be honest with you.
Well, and that's just it. The Airstreams are a generational piece. They get handed down through the family. Your grandfather's trailer may end up in somebody else's hands down the road. That's what makes them so great.
Yeah, I think that's something that we should talk about because the life of an Airstream trailer is much different than what we see with anything else in that world of RVing. It's something that lasts so much longer that you can pass it down. You know, I even saw a gentleman the other day who has one in his backyard that he's remodeling. And you know, you think about that. You're remodeling a trailer. That does not happen often. You don't have something that usually lasts long enough you could ever do that.
Well, typically, the life of the RV trailer is, by statistic, is about 15 to 20 years.
Right.
That's where they depreciate down to almost nothing, and that's not applied to Airstream. So people, they do dream, they do get them from parents, grandparents, and
that's kind of neat because you guys, when you, as I understand it, when you have your grand opening, you're going to have some of those old iconic trailers, some of the older styles and things.
Yes, we do. We acquire quite a collection of pre-war trailers. That's where the very beginning of Airstream era started, with aluminum, shiny aluminum trailers. And we do have a collection that we welcome anybody to come over and enjoy them.
Can't wait to see these. So tell me about the location where you guys are going to be at, and a little bit about you've got a grand opening coming up. So tell me a little bit about Airstream, Intermountain Airstream, and where the office is.
We've got our grand opening coming up on Thursday. We're going to be handing out door prizes to the first 80 people. We're down in Salt Lake off 600 Southwest.
Yeah, that's right at the freeway. You guys, you see it right from the freeway.
Yep.
I mean, we handle everything. They say 60 to 70% of all Airstreams ever built are still on the road.
Wow.
We want to keep it that way. We do parts, we do service, we do restoration. We have one of the biggest websites out there. We cater to 1950 and up. We want to keep the old girls rolling.
Well, let's see, that's your specialty too, is parts, right? That's what you do, which is, I imagine, a busy business, as you said, because you've got so many of them out there. But also just, you know, the fact that you're able to, you keep parts for all different styles. And there were many, as I understand it, right? There's a lot of different Airstream models, or is there just a few?
Well, through the years, the Airstream have always been, at some point, they've been keeping certain models. Like the one of the most famous are Bambi or Excella or Safari. And sometimes they would change the line and do something else, but in like a couple decades after, they would come back and start to reproduce the same famous models. And we do keep the parts, and we're trying our best to do so. When it comes to really hard to find and parts for the older units, like for 1940s and 50s and 60s, and we do have some remanufacturing in place when we produce parts for the the trailers that People just cannot get parts anywhere.
I'm sure. This is an interesting part too. You know, we kind of talked about how popular they are, but what I've noticed that's kind of neat is when you go to events, you know, there's some of these RVing events, Good Sam Club things and all that, where you go to these and people will bring out this as if it were a show car. Same idea, right? It's very much, these are very much showpieces to a lot of people. What is so special about it? What makes it like that? Why are people so tied to Airstream?
It's the heritage. Airstream's celebrating 84 years this year. We're going to see 85. We're creeping up on that big triple digit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the nostalgic. It's some of these trailers, and they're hard to find. Some of them have been around the world.
Really? Wow.
Wally did a whole bunch of caravanning, Wally Byam being our founder.
That's pretty neat. I'd like one that's been around the world a little bit. I'd like to have done it around the world one. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting stuff. So when the store opens, you guys have regular operating hours Monday through Friday, Saturday as well?
Monday through Saturday.
We are open
Monday through
Monday
Saturday.
through Saturday, yes.
Awesome. And so you offer sales as well as parts. So what are some of the things that we'll see in some of the new models that are going to be awesome for us, exciting for us?
The Landjet's probably the most highly anticipated. She's been out for a couple of years. Italian yacht design cabinetry, powerful the-way dinette, glass shower.
Wow.
It's just that refined taste being put back into the trailers again.
And do we still maintain a fairly lightweight for towing?
We still have our little Bambis. We've got 4 of them now. It used to be just one. I mean, we've got them 3,500 pounds to 5,000, so you can tow with just about anything.
Yeah, I'm looking for something to tow behind that little Xterra, and so you'll have something that I can do.
I got
with that.
something.
Pretty awesome. I'm excited that Airstream's coming back. When you guys how did you get involved in Airstream? I guess is the question. What made you decide to be Airstream
Well, I
dealers?
came to ES in 1997 from Moscow, and the first year I saw Airstream on the road, and I started to dream, and one day it just became a reality. I purchased one and restored the trailer, and since then I just quit anything else I've been doing and made this as a career. And
Pretty
a few
fun.
years after, yeah, I just ended up in Salt Lake by opening a dealership.
What's the difference? I got to ask you, what's the lifestyle difference coming from Moscow to that? You kind of remind me a little bit. You remember the end of Hunt for Red October, just before that, and he says, "I'm going to go and marry a big American woman and raise cattle." Is it that extreme for you? Kind of the difference?
It was extreme move because the two systems are so different. When back in time in '97 when I came here, it's me and my wife and our child. We 3 of us. We just packed the suitcases and left everything pretty much behind. All we had with us is probably 3 pair of skis
Really?
and some books, and that's all. And we came with small amount of cash and started to make our way to.
So you really are living the American dream. There's no doubt. Is that how
That's
you
how I
characterize it?
feel.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's you got to be being around a guy that's a passion for this. It's got to be a lot of fun for you too.
It really is, and I'm 3rd generation in this industry. My grandfather helped start a lot of the manufacturers on the Pacific Coast. My father's been in this business since he was 16. He dragged me in when I was 16. For me, it's just kind of a lifestyle now.
Wow, it's a pretty neat lifestyle. We saw while we were talking, they threw up a few of the photos of the different Airstream models, and I'm excited to come see the new ones, but I got to be honest, I'm really excited to see some of these older ones that are there, the iconic, those American Dream ones from the 50s, 60s. It's awesome stuff. Gentlemen, thank you so very much for being here. Airstream, the grand opening again is on Thursday.
Correct.
And that's at your location in Salt Lake City. It's just off 6 West. And right there in the middle of the valley.
Correct.
Salt Lake.
Correct.
Gentlemen, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Airstream, Intermountain Airstream, and they're here in Utah again. Finally, where you can get your RVing in. It's not too late, by the way. It's only October. There's a lot of time left to get out in an RV. In fact, with these models, you can go out all winter long.
4-season camping.
4-season camping. Ideal stuff. We'll be back with more right here on the Mountain Morning Show.